Hello, everybody. How are you all doing tonight? Welcome to Lindy's Treehouse. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome, everybody. I'm so super stoked to be here tonight with everyone. Hello in YouTube land, all my YouTubers out there. Come on in, jump in the chat. Don't be shy. We always have a really good time. There we go. Now I can see me. I'm super excited. And Bill H is here. What is going on, Bill H? I'm going to mark you down in my book here. We're going to keep track of all my chatters. So Scooby-Doo got the lazy boy tonight because he was the first one in the chat. So I've got Bill H, number 3. Pretty excited about that. And let's see, we had Scooby jumped in the treehouse first. Then Cowboy, he's going to be hanging out with us. He's listening, he said. He said he'll be at the treehouse shortly. And Bill H is here. So pretty cool. I'm hoping you all are having a great week so far. It's getting cold here. It's like 41 degrees. I can't believe it's like November 6th already. And Plainfield PPG's in the house. Greetings. Hello. How are you tonight? Welcome. I'm going to put, it's hard to say that really fast. Plainfield PPG. It's hard to say that really fast. So Plainfield PPG's in the house. I love it. Well, it's almost getting too cold for you guys to go flying, isn't it? I mean, it has to start getting cold up there. I don't know, up in the friendly skies, right? I know it's getting cold here. I finally had to put the heat on. Yeah, Plainfield PPG. I put the heat on, but on very low heat because if it gets too hot in my apartment, I can't breathe, and then everything dries out and it's like, ugh. Plainfield says, nope, I fly all winter long. Well, you're really brave, Plainfield. You are really brave. Where do you fly out at? Everybody put in the chat where you're from. Just throw in the chat, just for people that are watching, my YouTubers and all that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, my chatters, my YouTubers, my watchers, all that stuff. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse. And I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you all know where I'm from. I come from the crazy house. They let me out every day. Yeah, they let me out tonight. Let me out to play. Okay, Bill H is from Northwest Louisiana. All right. See, I like to hear where everybody's from, and then you can share with people that are watching, my lurkers and all that. I really appreciate all my subscribers, my viewers, people that watch my show every week. Because I watch and I see how many viewers I get, and it's really exciting. It keeps me motivated. And Plainfield says he flies out of Plainfield, Illinois. Okay. No wonder I was like, Plainfield. I'm like, why does that sound familiar to me? Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, you probably have heated gloves, right, Plainfield? I'm going to have to get you on here one of these nights, be a guest. You can talk about all your flying adventures and all that. It'd be kind of fun, right? And speaking of fun, I talked to my son, Robert, paraglidingtalk.com, and my stickers, Paragliding Talk stickers are on the way. So I'm hoping they'll be in my mailbox tomorrow. And Bill H, did you get the socks yet for Cowboy? You can put in the chat too. So I'm watching both. I got my phone going in case I miss anything, and then my laptop. So I know it's delayed in between. So I'm just kind of, looking at everything. What was I going to say? I had a good day. I went for my 6-month hearing test, because I wear hearing aids. I am shy about that. It happens, right? And Bill H says, yeah, I got John Wayne's socks. Awesome. I'm really really happy that John got his socks and everything. Everybody, tonight we're gonna do the spinny winnie wheel. So we do it every other week. And so tonight we'll do the spinny winnie wheel. So I'm pretty excited about that. See who's gonna take home the socks or some koozies, right? I am gonna, once I get to the dollar store again, I'm gonna pick up more socks, and I'm gonna get some more Christmas socks. And in December, we'll be giving away Christmas socks like all December. I think it'd be really fun. So I'm looking into that. Gonna do that pretty soon. When I get back to because I saw a bunch of them at the Dollar Tree the other day and stuff. So yeah, so I passed my hearing test, flying colors. No changes or anything. It's all good. I'm really blessed that I even have these hearing aids, right? Because I've been wearing them since like 2014, something like that. 2015, I guess. Yeah, I've been wearing these or whatever. So it really makes, yeah. I didn't realize when I was working at the time, because I retired in 2020, I didn't realize at work at the time that I was really that I couldn't hear. But my supervisors, they'd be like, Linda, they'd be yelling at me all day. And I'm like, God, what are they yelling at me for, And it's because I couldn't hear them. And one day I left work and I didn't realize that the manager was paging me over the intercom. I guess you call it whatever. And I just went home and I get a call and they said, hey, you weren't supposed to go home yet. We wanted to talk to you. And then I realized it was time. Yeah, it was time to go get these done. So it all worked out. My insurance covered it. And these babies are like, I got like $5,000 in my head or more, right? Just these little tiny hearing aid things. But what a blessing they are. And I've been so blessed just to be up here, where I live now and everything, and all the good things that have been going on with me. I really, every day, I don't take anything for granted. I count my blessings, right? I count my blessings every day. I've got family downstate, and my son Ryan lives close by with his beautiful wifey Leslie. And then, of course, Robert, in San Diego, and we chat all the time and everything. So it's pretty cool. So tell me, everybody, how your week's been going. And then we'll get right into the show. Because I'm glad my chatters are all here tonight. I got some fun things we'll talk about tonight. I had to really hustle today because when I got back from my appointment, I'm like, I got to start making notes and everything for the show. So let me tell you, this I think I'm on number 73, my show. So when I get to my 80th show, then we can celebrate too. So we'll go like every 10, right? 80, then 90, then 100. So I'll hit my 100th show next year, 2026. We're in November. We're cruising right to December, but I'm not going to rush it. So my son he made reservations on Thanksgiving. So we're going to a really nice restaurant. And I think it's really nice. Then nobody has to do anything. We can relax and, eat all that pumpkin pie. What are y'all doing for Thanksgiving? Just throw something in the chat if you want. And another note, you saw last week I dressed up like Minnie Mouse. I had the Halloween thing. Minnie Mouse left. She went to Florida. She said it's too cold here, so she headed for Disney World. She said I've had enough. She goes, it's too cold. I'm out of here. So you won't see Minnie till next year. Yeah, she'll be back. And that's what the show's about, right? just use your imagination. That's what we do. We get up in the treehouse, we tell stories, we all hang out, talk about your week, talk about your day. I hope everybody had a really good day today. Mine went good. I can't complain. My week's been good. For being 70 years old, I'm just blessed with good health. I really am. And it's all about, taking care of your body as well as your mind, right? And so whatever's left up there, I'm just thankful it's still there. Okay. I'm just thankful I still have everything, that I haven't lost any marbles yet. So we can, I guess we'll start the show. And just anybody that's, jumping on right now, I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse. And I'm here every Thursday night, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And make sure you hit that like button and you subscribe to my channel. Hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification. It's really super easy, right? So all YouTubers and YouTuber land, welcome. Come on in. Come on up to the treehouse. We're going to have some fun tonight. See, I got my book. This is my book that I write. See, the magic book that I write all my chatters' names on there, so I don't forget anybody and all that stuff. So we are going to get started, right? I'm going to do my little intro like I do. I have my little notes, my little opening and all that. And welcome to Lindy's Treehouse, where we climb high, dream big, and explore the wild world around us. Tell funny stories, quirky chats, and epic adventures. I'm Lindy, your host, ready to swing through. Sorry, I had ginger ale earlier. I'm like all belching. I'm Lindy, your host, ready to swing through today's awesome topics, share some laughs, and maybe drop a few surprises. Well, we do that anyway, right? Grab those snacks, settle into the treehouse, and let's make some unforgettable memories. Don't forget, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe so you can join my awesome chatters too. So that's my opening. And all right, so we're going to start out, because I always start out with my little quotey quotes, my little things here to get us all like kind of inspired as we all get settled in the tree house and everything. The bean bags, you guys that came in later, grab a bean bag, sit down. There's snacks. Grab your snacks and everything. They're all right there. Yeah, I know that a lot of now the trees are losing their leaves and stuff. So it's going to be a little bit colder up there in the treehouse. So I'm gonna I'll have to get that fireplace going. Not a real one, just a pretend one, of course, because we don't want to burn the tree down, my tree house down, right? So let's start out with look at the big picture. Okay, this is kind of cool. Too often life pushes in on us. It narrows our vision and listen without filtering. Observe without prejudice. Allow things to wash over you and open your mind. See things against the past. Consider them in the light of the future. Take an expansive view. Scuba says, who turned off the heat? Oh, Lord. I know, right? I know. It's like, it's cold. It was cold today. Man, oh, man. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Is that cool or what? What lies behind us, what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. So I like that. Like I said, I always try to start the show with some inspiring quotes and things like that. So I get everything before the show. I get everything all organized and all that stuff. And Scooby-Doo and Munchkin, like when you do these live streams, I always say it's not for the faint of heart, right? Because there's a lot of preparation, right? And today I had to like brainstorm what I was going to talk about today. So we're going to get right into, thank God for Google and my, what do I use? Not Chat GPT. I use the other one, Grok. I use Grok, Grok. Yes, Grok. So, so grab a chair, grab the lazy boys and all that stuff. Well, there's only one lazy boy in there, the double one, and Scooby's on. Scooby's sharing that with Munchkin tonight. Hi, Munchkin. I love you, girl. And all right, we're going to start with funny news to me. We're just going to kind of go through some things here, and then we are going to. I already picked one where we're going to talk about. So, and Scuba said, "Just wing it." I know that's. I like that too. Just wing it. Just wing it. That's what I do. But I want to keep everybody, kind of keep topics going and keep everybody entertained, as the saying goes, because I'm the hostess with the mostest, right? Right. So, this is some funny stories, because I always find some funny stuff. A diaper wearing sheep on a train. A sheep wearing a diaper took a ride on a high-speed passenger train in Poland, much to the surprise of a lawmaker who captured the moment on video. So I'm thinking there probably was a lawmaker. So lawmaker. Okay, so is that like a policeman maybe? Maybe in Poland they call them lawmakers instead of policemen. I don't know. Greg Laney's in the house. Welcome, Greg Laney. He said, got here just in time for funny stories. Hey, y'all. All right, Greg Laney, I'm going to mark you in the book. I got you down. Greg Laney, have a seat. Grab a what do I want to say? Beanbag. Yeah, grab a beanbag. So, yeah, we're going to do the spinny wheel tonight. And so I'm getting all the names on here so I can write them on the board, write it on my spinny wheel. And towards the end of the show, right? We're going to do the spinny wheel towards the end of the show. So like I always do. So I don't know how the sheep got on the train. It's pretty funny, though. Greg Laney says, lawmaker is legislative branch, city hall, etc. Well, thank you, Greg Laney. Thank you for that. Yeah, well, the lawmaker got a video of the sheep on the train. So we'll never know how the sheep got on there. We'll just use our imagination, right? We'll just use our imagination. So let's see. We've got, bears on number 2. Bears got into a gym in Aspen, Colorado, and they drank all the protein shakes and caused mayhem. Yes. So the bears got in Colorado, Aspen, Colorado, and they got into a gym and drank protein shakes. So they're no dummies, right? I mean, heck, why not? They have to stay fit too, right? All that junk that they eat, all the bears eat all day, going in the picnic baskets, the yogi bears and all that stuff. Scuba says, okay, driving now, chat later. Oh, okay, Scooby. Greg Lane says, I've heard of the right to arm bears, but not the right to give bears protein shakes. Funny. You're funny, Greg Laney. That's a good one, though. I like that. Bear jokes are so easy to say, aren't they? Bear jokes are like really easy. And then the next one was these people. They saved there was a poor raccoon. He was struggling in the lake or in the ocean, and so they gave him a traffic cone. They used a traffic cone to rescue the poor little raccoon from the drowning waters. And Greg says, I can barely remember them. Oh my God. Plainfield PPG says, hey, Greg Laney. That's so funny. I can't bear to think about it. Oh, can you imagine? Yeah, so the poor raccoon, they rescued the raccoon with a traffic cone. So that makes sense, right? They had a cute little picture of it too. It'd be easy for him to kind of latch onto a traffic cone, right? Get him out of the water or climb up to it or whatever. Okay, this is really funny. This Florida man steals an ambulance. He stole an ambulance because his Uber was taking too long. And he told police he had places to be. He had places to go to, apparently. So he stole an ambulance because his Uber was taking too long. So can you imagine? Well, yeah, you get in the ambulance, right? Turn on that siren and everything, and you're just flying down the street. Makes sense to me, I guess. He wanted to go fast, so what a better way to do it than to steal an ambulance, right? To get where you got to go really quick with all the sirens and everything. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm sure he's sitting in jail right now, thinking about this, right? Steal an ambulance. And you know what? I'm thinking, if he stole that ambulance, I hope there wasn't a patient, sitting here waiting, to get to the hospital or whatever. Can you imagine him not realizing it, jumping in the ambulance and then, throwing the driver out, however, like carjacking an ambulance, and then all of a sudden there's somebody, there's somebody in the ambulance, maybe a lady going to labor or something. I can't imagine. That almost sounds like it could be a movie, right? But kids, don't try this at home, okay? Don't be stealing any ambulances. It wouldn't be good. So speaking of ambulances, a man called 911 to report he's too high and needs help finding his car. Dispatcher said, "Sir, this is not a taxi service." Can you imagine? Yo, I can't find my car. I need some help here. Can you come get me? Oh my gosh. I wonder if they did find him. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how that all turned out, but I thought it was pretty funny. Reported calling that he's too high. He needs to I'm sure he got in trouble, because they can locate these people or whatever, but that's pretty funny. And she said, "Sir, this is not a taxi service." I can't imagine, yeah. And it reminds me of something I did when before I was married, I was dating somebody or whatever. And I went to, it's a funny story. Went to my sister-in-law's, her wedding. And I had my boyfriend at the time. I asked him to go with me or whatever, kind of at the last minute or whatnot. So I was just partying and drinking my champagne off the tables. I was only like 21, something like that. And I think it was like 22, maybe 22 years old. That's what it was. Anyway, so I was feeling pretty good. I had my champagne and everything. Well, my boyfriend, he's like, "No, I can't. I don't want to. I'm sure he said I don't want to be driving around." He said, he says, "We'll go back to my place or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, yeah." So we get back to his little apartment, whatever, and I was like, and I was already buzzy from all the champagne stuff, and my parents are really, they were kind of strict growing up, right? And they were Catholics and all that, and no boyfriend and married then? No. This was before I married. This was I ended up marrying him though, right? Yeah. I ended up marrying. That was Ryan Roberts' dad. But anyway, so we went back to his place, right? Because we both were pretty wasted, all that stuff. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I need to call my dad, my mom and dad, let them know I'm not coming home tonight. So my dad answers the phone. I'm like, hey, Dad, what's going on? My dad's like, oh, good. Where are you? I can just imagine the conversation, Oh, I'm good. And I can hear him laughing. And he's like, where are you at or whatever. I'm like, oh, I'm at, and I'm not going to say the name, but I'm at so-and-so's house or whatever. And I'm not going to be going. I go, I'm not going home tonight. I'm going to be sleeping. I'm sleeping here tonight. Or I said, I'm sleeping with my boyfriend tonight. Let's just say it that way. And my dad's like, really? Okay, then. My mom, he thought it was funny. My mom, not so much. And so the next day I had to come back home, hungover as heck, and face the music. And so anyway, that's how that, I had to share that story because I'm thinking of this guy here that was all high, and he called the emergency number to say that he needed help finding his car because he was too high. So anyway, anywho, we got Will Fly in the house. Welcome, Will Fly. Glad you're here tonight, dude. Will Fly is enjoying his AC/DC socks. Will Fly he won some AC/DC socks. Very cool. So I added Will Fly to my little chat list. Welcome, Will Fly. Welcome, welcome. Anyway, I had to share. So I had to share that story with y'all because it's pretty funny. Scuba says the guy who told me about the YouTube walkthrough video. Okay. So Will Fly's talking to Scooby Doo. Yeah. So like I said, that didn't go over too well with my mom. She wasn't too excited about that. And lo and behold, I ended up moving in with him, and then that didn't go well with her either. I was such a rebel. I really was when I was growing up. Yes, my family, yeah, they never knew from one minute to the next where I was going. I had a 1975 burnt orange Camaro, and my mom never knew what I was doing from one day to the next or whatever. And when you're 20 years old, whatever, 21 years old, it was nothing just to go, 9, 10 o'clock at night, head out the door, go, party and stuff, and roll in, have breakfast at Denny's at 2 or 3 in the morning, and then roll into the, what's up? Will Fly says, Paramount USA Little Nightmares is a PlayStation game played by only hardcore gamers. See, I don't do PlayStation. I know I'm very boring. Yeah, I don't. I remember my boys, they did all the PlayStation stuff when they were growing up and everything. So, anywho, we're going to move right along. Okay, so we had a Taco Bell employee saved a customer's life. So the Taco Bell employee saved a customer's life, and he got rewarded with a $100 gift card. And he performed CPR for 11 minutes. And corporate said, here's enough for 83 crunch wraps. So he saved a customer's life, and they just gave him a Taco Bell gift card or something for 83 crunch wraps. So bless his heart, right? At least they did something. Why did he stop someone from eating the food? I don't know. He just he saved a customer's life and gave him CPR, and then the corporate gave him a $100 gift card, and so he could get enough for 83 crunch wraps, whatever crunch wraps are. But that was nice of him, right? That's just like at work. Whatever department had the most sales, the highest sales, we'd have Department of the month, we'd call it. We'd have pizza parties. Yeah, they give us a pizza party. I remember that when you get Department of the Month. And so, yeah, I was like a cashier of the month because, I was a pro cashier. I was a Home Depot queen over there for 30. I retired 2020, so it's like 30 some years. Is this okay? So is this a joke, Will Fly? Why did he stop someone from eating the food? Is this like a riddle you're telling me, or are you asking me a question? Because it takes me a while when I'm looking at the chat. Same stuff goes right over my head. Yes. So the Taco Bell, the guy got 100. That's a lot of tacos for $100, right? I guess. How many tacos do you think you could get for $100? Put it in the chat. What do you think? How many tacos? I had a few weeks ago. I ordered. I got a chalupa, and I was not really impressed with it. They've changed. I think I told you guys that they've changed a lot of their food, and I swear that I thought the chalupas used to be a lot bigger, and they were like smaller than my hand. The chalupa, or maybe it was a size. No, it was like as big as the inside of my hand. And I was like, what the heck? I don't know if they left it in the warmer too long or whatever, but it wasn't that great. So that's that. Okay, that's that story. Now there's another one. This is pretty funny. Scuba says, lame gift, but I wouldn't expect a gift for saving someone's life. Yeah, Scuba. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, good job. Saved their life. Yeah, we could have lost a customer, right? That's how corporate thinks. Oh, we almost lost a customer. Good job. Yeah, I get it. I remember, like, even at my work, we would have our store meetings once a month. And it always seemed like the same people would get merit, that they give out merit badges. And it seems like the same people would always get, every month, would get the merit badges, right? And I used to call them brown nosers, people that would get, the ones that get the the merit badges every month, the same thing, the same people or whatever, Will Fly said, I agree, but at least they acknowledge the guy. Yeah, well, that too, but still, and it was probably a kid. Maybe it was just a kid, and they were just tickled to get that $100 gift card, right? But maybe the people whose life he saved, maybe they gave him something, right? Who knows? Maybe he got on the news and all that stuff, and they acknowledged him. You never know. So real quick, I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I am here every Thursday night, Thankful Thursday. We're always thankful to all be together on Thursday nights, and I'm here 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and the notification so you don't miss a show, right? Okay, so we're going to go move right along. Still got some stuff going here, okay? A Florida man tried to pay a toll with a pizza slice. It says a guy in Tampa rolled up to the Selman Expressway toll booth. I don't know where's Selman? Anybody know? You ever heard that? Selman Expressway toll booth? I don't know where that is, what state that's in. But anyway, Tampa. It says Tampa. Okay, never mind. A guy in Tampa rolled up to the Selman Expressway toll booth, handed the attendant a slice of pepperoni pizza, and said, keep the change. The booth worker keeps the pizza, right? And then he calls the cops on him. And so the guy got arrested, got cited for defrauding a toll. Extra cheese, extra charges. Oh. That's what it said. Extra cheese, extra charges. Yeah, he's just trying to be nice, right? He said, yeah, keep the change. Here's some pizza for you. Some people don't have a sense of humor, do they? Yeah. He called the cops. And he kept the pizza. Seriously. Dude's a piece of work. Will fly. That's a good one. That, you know what? That could be like the joke of the night. Dude's a piece of work. Oh my. Okay, everybody in the chat, put a ha-ha in the chat. Put ha-ha-ha. Ha-ha-ha. I can put that in the chat. I'm going to put ha-ha-ha in the chat. That's funny. Okay, he gets a ha-ha. Ha-ha-ha. Like huge ha-ha-ha-ha. Not just a ha, but he gets a ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. See? So everybody put in a ha-ha-ha-ha for Will Fly in the chat. Not a ha, but a ha-ha. See, people are just jumping on, are wondering, what the heck? What is going on this show tonight? Because right about this time, then my coffee kicks in. I'm just going to say hi to Angela and Tony. I know it's Thursday night and they're watching football, but I'm going to still let them know I'm thinking about them. And I don't get it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah, the pizza. He gave that slice of pizza, tried to give that instead for paying money through the toll booth. He gave the dude a slice of pepperoni pizza. And he told him keep the change. But the guy, the toll worker, did not have a sense of humor. See? Greg Landy says, computer is locking up, but I got to appreciate the pizza work joke by Will Fly. Pretty funny, right? Yeah, he's a jokester. Okay, we're going to move right along, okay? Okay. A UK supermarket accidentally sells candlelit dinner candles, okay? It's called a candlelit dinner candle, all right? You got to listen closely here. And the candles smell exactly like roast chicken. So Tesco, I guess Tesco's like a food company or whatever, launched a roast dinner scented candle for $5. Customers opened them and thought that their houses were on fire because it legitimately smelled like Yorkshire pudding and gravy. And they sold out in 3 hours. What the heck is Yorkshire pudding? Tell me, everybody, in the chat. John Wayne's unloaded. Now I got to drive and get another load. Still listening, though. What are you unloading? Where? What? You're moving? What are you doing? Are you playing mover guy or what? Unloaded, now loaded, he said. Oh, he'll get us. He'll keep us posted on what he's doing. He'll keep us posted. Yeah. So the supermarket. Yeah, they have these candles that smell like roast chicken. I don't know what Yorkshire pudding is. Does anybody know? Can you put in the chat what it is? Is it Yorkshire pudding? What is it? Like vanilla pudding? What? Anybody knows? Has anybody ever had Yorkshire pudding? Yorkshire pudding? Yorkshire? I have no idea what Yorkshire pudding is. Anybody? You can Google if you want. Bill H says no. Me neither. Nope. Somebody Google it. Tell me what the Yorkshire pudding is. Somebody Google it real quick. Because I'm not going to like mess with my phone right now, but yeah, I should have put that in there, what description of it, right? What the Yorkshire pudding was. Because I've never had it. Will Fly said, you got this. Okay, Scuba says, a British bake side dish made from a simple batter of eggs, flour, and milk or water, traditionally cooked in the fat from a roast. Oh, wow. That sounds good, doesn't it? Man, I'm hungry now. Jeez. That sounds really good. My daddy, when I was growing up, looks like biscuits. Scuba says, thank you, Scooby. Thank you for that information. Yeah, now we're all hungry, right? Yorkshire pudding. Wow. So yeah, so I guess they sold a bunch of them, and they were sold out in like 3 hours. So, boy, can you imagine your whole house smelling like that? So that's that one. And see, I was busy writing all afternoon. I'll tell you what. We're still okay. We're getting near the end because then we're going to talk about the word of the night. And it's kind of cool because, you know, when I pick out a word that we talk about, then it makes everybody kind of think and put their input in it and all that stuff. So, how many hot dogs do you think, no, Americans eat about how many hot dogs each year? Put in the chat a number for me. Americans eat about how many hot dogs each year? Anybody want to take a wild guess? And I don't even know how they come up with these numbers, you know. So let me see. 4 billion, 200 million. No, okay, so that's Bill H's. Let's see who's closer. Well, I guess Bill H is closer, but he's over. 1.2 billion, Greg Laney says. It's not 200 million, and it's not the 1.2 billion. So you can guess. I don't even know how, like I said, I don't know how they come up with these numbers. 150 million. Nope, we got to go lower than that. Lower. So I'll give you a hint. It's not in the hundreds. It's not in the hundreds. So we'll break it down. So it's not in the hundreds. Not in the hundreds. I don't like hot dogs, so I'm not a part of that. Okay. 85 million. Okay, I'll tell you what it is because we could, you know, be on this all night, right? 20 million. Americans eat about 20 million hot dogs each year. Yes. Not me. I can't. You know, it's weird. When I was pregnant with Robert, with my son, you know, I remember I had a hot dog for dinner, whatever. And my dad being a butcher at, you know, we had our own grocery store when I was growing up and everything. It was fresh beef, all beef hot dogs, right? You know, it wasn't the junk that you got from the grocery store, right? It was from my dad's meat market. And it still made me so sick. And ever since then, I don't even like the smell of it. I don't even like the smell of kielbasa. I think it's just gross. Bologna, forget about it. Forget about the bologna. Yeah. Yeah, it's like just no way. Almost all ears of corn have 16 rows of kernels. Wonder how they came up with that. Will Fly says, had me one of those nutritious Sam's Club hot dogs today. Oh, God. Oh, I can almost smell the onions, right? And they put onions. And so what do you all like? How many in the chat like eat hot dogs? And what do you put on your hot dogs? Do you like all the chili dogs? Do you like the hot dogs with the onions and the relish and ketchup and mustard? And what do you guys put on your hot dogs? I think hot dogs are really gross, but I just want to know. That's like at Costco's. They have you can get hot dogs or pizza at Costco's. Yeah, but not for me. So what do you guys prefer? Chili dogs? Or are you just one that you just have relish on it, mustard, ketchup? I've got like relish in my fridge, right? And I put it on my, when I make a hamburger, I put the relish on my hamburger. So it's, same as pickles, right? That's what it is. So yeah, instead of buying the jar of pickles, I use the relish, put the relish on my hamburgers, whatever. So, yeah. But anyway, I was just, let's see. Will says mustard and sauerkraut. Okay. My dad loves sauerkraut. I remember we would have, I guess my mom would cook kielbasa, boil it, and my dad would have, sauerkraut with it, with the kielbasa. Okay, so now we're gonna change it up a little bit, and we're gonna talk about plants. So, how many of y'all have plants in your house? Just a few little facts on plants. How many of you have? Do you guys have? Do you have plants? I can't have plants in my house because of my cat. She can't have. Yeah, I can't have plants because that's a lot of the plants they have out there. That greenery stuff is poisonous, and so I can't have any of that in my apartment. I miss when I had my. Bill says a few. Will's waving. Will Fly is waving. I guess he means that he has plants in his house or whatever. I went up now. Let's see. Greg says plants here. Yeah, I don't have. Like I said, I don't have a thing in my apartment now. When I have my house in Arizona, I had plants. The only thing that I would not at Christmas time, I would not have poinsettias, like real poinsettias in my house because of my dogs. Because poinsettias are very poisonous to animals. If you guys don't know that. And a lot of people would get like over Christmas time, Christmas cactus and all that. And I didn't even have that. Even though I lived in the desert, I had nothing in my house that had anything to do with the desert. Seriously. I don't even know if I had, I guess I had a few plants in my house, but nothing, nothing crazy or whatever. So anywho, this is, these plants are called screaming plants. And I never heard of screaming plants before. I didn't know plants could scream. I know you could sing to them so they grow bigger, right? But this one says, when stressed, like from drought. Did I say it right? Drought? How do you say it? Like from drought or being cut tomato plants release ultrasonic screams, airborne sounds above 20 kHz that neighboring plants can detect and respond to by beefing up defenses. It's like a veggie panic button. That's weird, right? Screaming plants. Bill H says draw out. Oh, drop like pout. Drought, not drought. Okay, thank you. See, I learned, I do like, what do we call it? You had to learn your pronouns, yes, in school. And you guys helped me pronounce things. Draw out, yes. And then you can just laugh at me, or like route. See, now I would say root. What's the root? It's not, it's route. And yes, doctor out. Anyway, these plants, they scream at each other. That's pretty funny, right? It's true. They call them screaming plants. So, then we have a mimosa, Pudicas, is a shyness touch me not plant. If you go to try to touch them, they touch the leaves right on these plants. They fold their leaves inward, and dramatically, when poked, like they are playing dead. It's a defense against it's a defense against herbivores. Okay, you guys pronounce this out for me. Herbivores. Herbivores. What is that? What is herbivorous? What is that? Herbivorous. Come on, my plant people out there. The ones that have the green thumb. How many think they have a green thumb with plants? Put that in the chat too. See if you have a green thumb. I miss I do. I miss having a yard, and I miss going planting flowers and stuff. That's okay. All that's maintenance and everything else, right? And that was just a part of my life then. Nope. Scuba says I can kill. Yeah. I hear you. But I don't know what herbivorous is. Herbivores. Herbivorous. Herbivorous. That's what it says, but I have no idea what that. I know even herb. I don't know if you say I like herbs, or I say I like herbs, but I think it's herbs. Like people say like means they eat plants. Okay, thank you. So HERB, yeah, people are listening going, what the heck is she talking about? So we're going to move right along because that's a tongue twister. Yes. Cactus plants. Speaking of Arizona, right? Since I lived there for 40 some years. Yes. And I know I keep track of it because Robert was just a baby when I moved from Michigan to Arizona in 1980. And then I just did a full circle, came back to my roots in Michigan, 2021. So funny how sometimes life takes crazy turns, right? And I just learned I don't take life so serious anymore, especially when you get my age or whatever. I try not to stress over things. Don't sweat the small stuff, as the saying goes. I really try to tell. Sometimes it's hard. It's easier to say than done, right? Don't sweat the small stuff. Because sometimes, the next day I'm like, what was I worried about, And so anyway, anywho, we have cactus plants can absorb up to, okay, so how many gallons of water do you think cactus plants can absorb after a rain? Plant eater, yes. Will Fly said the herbivorous is plant eaters. See, I learned something today. So a cactus plant. Now I know we had a lot in Arizona when we'd have these bad storms, like even in the wintertime, if we had too much rain, too much moisture. These cactuses, I'm thinking they're talking about the giant cactus plants, the giant cactus plants you see in the desert, okay, and in people's front yards. That's what I'm thinking that they're talking about, the giant cactus plants, not the little ones or little ones you take home and put on your windowsill, right? But I've seen many really sad. From all the rain, you'd see the cactus plants just fall right over. They fall just in the front yard, right? And then you got to have somebody come in with a big old crane or something, right? And move the cactus, saguaros. Yes. Yeah, Will Fly. And remove that cactus off the front yard, with this giant, I don't know what they call it. How they did it. They had this giant truck and whatnot, pick up that cactus off the ground. Anyway, it says cactus plants can absorb up to 200 gallons of water after rain. Swelling like a bloated party goer. Okay. Yeah. Too much, and they literally burst open. Yeah, they can't hold the water. And cactus aren't supposed to get a lot of water either. But yeah, so they're talking about, people have too much to drink or whatever, and if they can't handle it, then they just burst open, right? From drinking too much or whatever, literally. And yeah, they said the plants can't hold their water, so the cactuses, if they get too much water, 200 gallons, that's a lot. That, I'm sure underneath the cactus, right, that ground to get super soft, the roots would get super soft, and then the cactus would just fall over. Really sad. So last but not least, Venus flytraps. I think those are cool. Those are cool plants. I remember working in the garden center, right? And I have to learn a lot about the plants, even though I worked on the register and I could sell. Scuba says after 200 gallons of beer, I got to be bad. I'm that way after I drink iced coffee in the afternoon. Man, oh man, that ain't nothing, Drink those iced coffees, and yeah, I'm going to the bathroom all afternoon. Don't take much anymore. I think our bladders shrink or something as we get older. I swear, Yeah, the Venus flytraps have bad table manners. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Let's see. Okay, we're caught up on the chat. Okay. They said that these carnivorous count hairs touched inside their traps needs to, within 20 seconds, to snap shut, preventing false alarms. So, like, I don't know, they could find something or whatever. I guess the inside, they said those hairs are probably really sensitive, like maybe it's just like with your Will Fly said those come from North Carolina. The Venus flytraps do? They come from North Carolina? Really? But anyway, they have those hairs, and inside where you've seen the Venus flytraps. Well, if it catches something that's inedible, it reopens in 12 hours, basically spitting it out like, nope, it's not food. Oh, okay. So Venus flytraps are from North Carolina. Pretty cool. I do not know that, Will Fly. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, chatters, for jumping in the treehouse with me tonight. I so appreciate every one of you. I really do. So I'm going to shout out my chatters real quick for all my listeners and viewers and lurkers and all that stuff. Charlie Wash, if you're listening, I hope you're feeling better, dude. I saw him on Facebook, and he said he was sick. So if you're listening, Charlie Wash, feel better. Greg Laney, distant cousin to the Greenboro flytrap. You guys are such smarty pants tonight in the chat. I love this. Really, I do. I guess we learn from each other, right? This information. You guys just add a little more to it. And I so appreciate all of you just kind of, everybody getting along in the chat, and I don't know how do you say it? Just engaging in the chat. Engaging in the chat. Yes, yes. So what do Venus flytraps, what do they eat? They don't just eat flies, right? What do you feed them? What do they eat? Can you guys give me some info on that, in the Venus flytrap? And then we'll get on with my next, my subject of the night. Walter Priori's in the house. Hi, Walter Shiga. We all know it's tomorrow because Walter from Australia is in the house, and I'm writing down Walter Shiga. All right, Walter, have a seat. I got you in my chat list. I didn't forget about you tonight. See? So we've got Scooby-Doo in the house. Scooby was the first one in. Cowboy John was second. Bill H was third. Plainfield PPG was 4th. Greg Laney was 5th. Will Fly was 6th. And Walter Peoria was 7. See, this book is so handy, right? It's a cute little book. I got this from the, I know it says the Living Word. It's some kind of, religion radio station, whatever. But at the Senior Expo this summer, me and my lovely daughter-in-law, Leslie, we went to Senior Expo, and they had these laying around. So I just grabbed the book, and it's just handy dandy, right? Handy dandy. So Will Fly said, Walter said, yes, Greg, do you need X lot numbers? And Greg Lane said, to be fair to Walter, we should listen to Australian podcasts and win things. We can then send them to Walter as payback for all his winnings. Here he can't collect. Isn't that true? Very true. That's great. We love Walter. Walter, he did send me that koala. Not a real one, but I still have my koala sitting in my room. Yes. Walter. So, okay, so what kind of insects do the Venus flytraps eat? Well, Greg, everybody put that in there. Will Fly said they eat insects. What kind of insects do they eat? The Venus flytraps. And then I saw something on TV, right? Let's see, Greg. I'm following the chat. Greg Lane, now it's too fun to watch the host sweat when they start thinking about, you guys, when they start thinking about the shipping costs. True, very true. Greg Lane says, Walter, if we can win over $1 billion, it's not worth my time to play the lottery, but thanks for the offer. So, okay. Now that I'm caught up on the chat. Those are the Venus flytraps. I remember, working at Garden Center. They were pretty popular. A lot of people bought those or whatever. So that is that. Okay. So we're going to get on with, we're going to talk, let's see, I think I got everything here. The word of the night is, you guys, you ready? The word of the night. Will Fly says, yeah, who'd want to have to pay the tax on that? True. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen next year, right? Who knows? Who the heck knows? It's just, the world's gone cray-cray. That's all I can say. If we can, I meant to say just having funny with time zones. Yeah. There you go. So we're going to talk, the word of the night is, are you guys ready? Alignment. How important, because, I always have to pick a word that you guys have to make you think. Alignment. Will Fly says, wait, though, $1 billion Aussie dollars is like about $2, isn't it? See that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that one. Walter would have to answer that. Chaotic neutral. Greg Laney said. So alignment. What do you guys think of when we talk alignment? Because alignment is very important. We go through life. It'd be hard if we went through life not aligned with everything, right? How'd you say it? Authenticity is the alignment of your head, mouth, heart, and feet. So that's pretty cool, right? Authenticity is the alignment of your head, mouth, heart, and feet. So all of it, especially at my age, right? All of this has to be aligned, or I'd probably just fall over, right? Greg Lane says, my back feels out of alignment after I watch some people launch. Oh, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. I know even when I go walking, I get home, sometimes my back hurts walking. And I have good walking shoes, but Yeah, it's just age thing or whatever, right? Yeah, I don't know how they I don't know how they run across the field with that big old fan on their back. I don't know how you guys do it. Walter says yes, 1 mil USA would be about 1.6 mil, and all mil would be 600 though. Okay, gotcha, Walter. Don't ask me to repeat that because I'd be like, huh? What? So if you can tune into your purpose and really align with it, setting goals so that your vision is an expression of that purpose, then life flows much more easily. So alignment is very important to keep your alignment to get through life, right? And alignment just it's not just when you're driving your car, right? And you go for to have your tires rotated and you'll say, oh, I think my alignment's off on my on my tire, one of my tires, because my vehicle keeps wanting to go one way, right? Like the one tire keeps wanting to turn the other way or whatever. And that's when you have to go in and get your tires rotated and all that. I remember when I had my truck in Arizona, I always got my tires rotated because, there's some tires, isn't it weird how some tires, they wear out faster than others, on your vehicle? Walter said that's Mark McElroy money. I wouldn't know how to live with all that. Me and you both. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So the reason alignment is so important is because it ensures safety, longevity of tires, and fuel efficiency, right? So you all know you got to keep your vehicle's maintenance as well as yourself, right? And the maintenance, keeping the maintenance and the alignment all together, right? I think that's pretty important. Maintenance, I think the maintenance and the alignment, they kind of go together. Gray Lane says, my car was pulling. My mechanic suggested I should have my wheels retired. Retired? Are you doing a Will Fly joke? Retired. I used to always have to go. Scuba says, lots of yelling and hard breathing. That too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, lots of, I don't even want to go where Greg Laney says, I got you. Yeah, I don't know how you guys, how you run across the field like you do, honestly. You have to really be in shape to do that, Oh my goodness. So alignment is important because it ensures safety and longevity of tires and fuel efficiency. Well, same with your paramotor stuff, right? Your paramotor, don't you have to keep your paramotor in alignment to keep everything, everything going? Like you can't fly with just half your props missing, that would throw your alignment out, right? So I could say alignment in a paramotor, right? When you think of the props, see, I know the lingo. Your props, yep. Because people always say, I'll see people on Facebook and they'll say, "You think I can I just tape this prop, and put it, and can I still?" Yeah, if you have a prop that's broken and you're trying to fly in the air, wouldn't that throw your balance off then when you're trying to fly? Wouldn't that be a little dangerous if you're trying to fly with a broken prop? Like as soon as you hear the prop snap, you're up in the air, right? And the prop snaps. What do? Do you just turn around and go and you land right away, or do you keep flying? You guys got to tell me. Will says, Greg says, I've seen Will's props missing half of it. Half of it might help. I'm just curious, and I see people that break their props if it makes you have to land right away. If you need to land, or you can still fly with it with one of your props, cracked or whatever. Have people done that? Like they land and they just throw some duct tape on their prop and go back up in the air? Have people done that? You guys got to tell me. I'm picking your brains on that because we're talking. Oh, Bill says we land right away. Okay. That must make a terrible noise, like a snap or something, right? It'd be like taking a pencil and like you got your fan going and you're taking a pencil and you stick the pencil in the fan, same noise, right? Yeah, Bill H is Q bond. Oh, that's what you use? Actually, your prop is fine, just using the situation is set up a joke. Yeah, depending on severity of damage, it's possible. Okay, super glue. All right, I like these answers, everybody. I do. I appreciate everybody's input in the chat. I'm having like so much fun with this. But yeah, I would say like alignment is very important. Yeah, with the balance and all that, alignment, balance, and having your paramotor, your motor running efficiently, right? So I think that's really proper alignment provides better handling, prevents uneven tire wear, reduces strain on other vehicle components, and leads to a smoother, more comfortable ride. So that's same thing with the paramotor, right? You got to keep everything in balance. Make sure everything's aligned when you're flying. So maintenance, right? I said I use alignment and maintenance, and it's the same, like I said, with your body, your mind, right? They said your head, mouth, heart, and feet. You keep that all aligned, right? All synced together. And then what did I say? The alignment and then maintenance. Keep yourself. All that stuff's important. Keep maintenance. Will Fly says it's cool. I've broken a prop before. Will Fly said Greg Laney. Yeah, some people they hang. I forgot who that was. Used to hang his props. He'd break them or whatever, and he'd hang them up. So let's see. Greg Laney, you can use me as a prop to prop up your prop joke. Oh, that's pretty funny, right? Okay, so why is it important to be in alignment with life? So tell me in the chat why it's important to be alignment. Why alignment is so important in life, just why that word is so important in your life to keep your life aligned, right? Yeah. When our actions are aligned with our values, we experience a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment. Walter says, my back is out of alignment. Oh, my back is out of alignment and I'm up shit creek. C-H-I-T, shit creek. That's no fun. Yeah, it helps regulate stress. Yes. Yeah, so it says, when our actions are aligned with our values, we experience greater sense of purpose and fulfillment. So that's very true, right? That kind of all goes, the alignment all goes together, right? With our values, and that makes sense, right? And we move through days with a clear sense of direction, knowing that each step we take, no matter how small, attributes to our broader life goals. So that's pretty cool, right? Dr. Tubio to the rescue. It helps to regulate stress. That's right. Yeah. Well, pretty interesting, right? Tell me in the chat how you think alignment. Why is alignment so important? Okay, because you guys like the paramotor stuff. So what how is alignment important as with flying? How does alignment come into play when you're flying your paramotor? How would you say the alignment, as far as maybe you have to be aligned to fly that paramotor for the paramotor to get in alignment, right? So it all has to work together, because if you're not aligned with your paramotor, then you're not going to fly good, right? That makes sense? I love this. I love it because it makes me think. See, at 7 years old, I have to keep my brain going. And just by having you guys here and talking and everything, it helps me. It really does. No bad vibrations. Okay, that's a good one. Greg Lane says it's like flying with one trim in and one trim out. Okay. I like these answers, you guys. I do. I like this. Very cool. Very cool. But I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse tonight. I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I had to hurry up and throw that commercial in there. Yes. And make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and hit the notification so you don't miss a show. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I call a live stream, show, whatever, not a podcast. It's not a podcast. It's a live stream. So I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I really appreciate everybody in here. So that was our word of the night, alignment, right? Pretty cool. And I appreciate all your answers and everything. So I want to share something with you, and then we're going to do the spinny wheel, okay? And I'm going to show you my my spackle painting that I did. I think I did it last year, or maybe it was the year before when I first started. My first spackle painting I've ever done. I will show you that to you after. So as we're talking alignment, right? Okay. I love all your answers too. That's pretty cool. And it is alignment. I just, that word just popped to my head yesterday, and I was like, that's what we're going to talk about. And then I get on, then I Google everything so I can make all my notes and all that stuff. So I love it. I do. And because it makes me think, and I'm writing for like 2 hours, right? It makes my brain keep going. And they tell you, that's what they tell you at my age or whatever, to, keep busy, keep your mind busy, all that. Greg Laney says, Walter Peoria was going to say, come to the trike side, but I was pretty sure you are a trike pilot already. Now I'm glad I hesitated. And Walter saying hi to Bill H. So I found this on my Facebook or whatever, and it says 7 things to do in your 70s. Okay. So, and I thought I would read this because it aligns with what we were just talking about, right? Yeah. 7 things to do in your 70s. So number 1 is move your body. Move your body. Shake your booty. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Yeah. So you got to move your body, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, da, 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 5, 6, 7, 8. Gloria Estefan. Yes. I love her songs or whatever. Yes. So yeah, you got to move your body. Got to move your body. KC. That's right. Yep. Shake your booty. Move your body. Yeah. And then the next one is eat simple. Okay. So, eat healthy, right? Walter says dance with me, Linda. I used to love to dance. I did. I was never a line dancer as such. But I learned some two-step and stuff or whatever, two-step, whatever. Yeah, when they say move your body, because I do get on my walks as much as I can. It's been pretty cold, but I can always, if it's too cold to walk, then I have my little shuttle, my little bus shuttle that I can call, and they come get me, and they can give me a ride to the college, right? And I can walk the beautiful indoor track. So Walter says was great thing dance. Yes. I still love dancing. And eat simple, drink a lot of water. You gotta drink a lot of water so you get dehydrated, right? And so your health decides how long you stay independent. So, and that's why I do the show, because it keeps me, I try to keep busy. I get out on my walks. The show helps me because it makes me think, and I write, I write things down and I learn from it or whatever. Just sitting here, if I sat in this apartment all the time, I would go crazy, right? So it's good to, stay active, right? Stay active. Because move it, you lose it. If you don't move it, you lose it, as the saying goes. So Walter says, I still dance, but real slow. Oh, yeah, I know. It's like, I haven't dated anybody like since 2018, 2019, something like that. Yeah, when I went through my divorce, all that stuff. That's okay. Number 3 is spend your time with younger people. Their energy will keep your spirit alive and curious. So you guys, y'all are younger than me. So I am, So Will says, send a video of Walter dancing. That would be funny. So it says to spend time with younger people. So I'd spend time with you all on my show every Thursday, and you're all younger than me, right? So and now with my second husband, he was fit. My second husband was Scuba says I'm like 21. I'm a young guy. Yeah, you're like 21. That's right. My second husband, there was 15 years difference with so I was the older one. So I was the cougar. Yeah. So it's saying spend your time with younger people. Yeah, their energy will keep your spirit alive. Yeah, and then some. No, it lasted for a while, and that was it. But it's okay. And then number 4 is forgive everyone, not for them, but for your own peace, because holding a grudge steals your remaining joy. And that's one thing. Will says, what's the difference between a red lentil and a chickpea? What will fly? What is the difference? Please tell me. Please tell me, and then I can put a ha 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 in the chat. What's the difference between a red lentil and a chickpea? What is it? Will fly. You have to tell everybody's dying to know the answer. 0 waiting. Okay, it says, I've never had a red lentil on my face. I've never had a red lentil on my face. Chat GPT, what is a red lentil? I've never had a red lentil on my face. I know, I'm trying to. There you go, Greg Laney. I'm asking the same thing. But you want to forgive. Yeah, I can't hold grudges. I can't. Life's too short, right? It makes you old fast, too, hold grudges. John Wayne says, all loaded again, still listening. Scuba says, Linda, read that again slow. Read what again? No, the lentil? You mean Will Fly's answer? ChatGPT, what is a red lentil? I've never had, you guys. Scoop, or maybe read it 8 more times. You guys, I swear the stuff goes over my head. I've never had a red lentil on my face. I'm still not getting it. The what's the difference comment. Oh gosh, I got to go back. See you guys. The one with the difference. What's the difference? Which one did I ask? Which one was it? The what's the difference? So I would have to go back on the chat and look. Which one was that? Ugh, but he had a chickpea on his face. Get it now? Okay, I got it. Thanks, Scuba. Thanks, Scuba. Nice. Had a chickpea on his face. I get it now, Scuba. I get it. You guys are killing me. So so we're going to move right along here. Tell your story often. They are treasures your family will look for when you're gone. You don't have to worry about that, you guys. I tell my stories over and over again, don't I? And I'll talk to Ryan, and I'll tell Ryan, my son, I'll tell him a story, and he'll be like, Mom, you told me that 100 times. And I'm like, you know what? You're going to hear it again. Because when I'm gone, you're going to wish that I was sitting here telling you the same story over again. So, Will Fly says, Scuba gets me. He gets you, Will. He does. He loves you. I know. You guys crack me up. So yeah, I do repeat my stories. You know that. And I'm not ashamed of it. It's part of life. Munchkin says, Will is becoming a dirty old man. Yeah, Munchkin, thank you. Yeah. Honestly, I thought it was going to be like a cute little joke, and then I got to put Munchkin down on my list here for my chatters. I added Munchkin because then I have to. I got to put you on the spinny winnie wheel. So anyway, okay, so we're going to get through this here, and then number 6. Take more photos and write small notes. Memories fade faster than you think. So, Munchkin says, trying to corrupt poor Linda. For shame, Willard. Go to your room, Willard. Go to your room. You're in trouble. You're getting a timeout. Old is a little strong, isn't it? So yeah, take photos and write small notes. Well, I keep a journal, right? I've been keeping a journal since 2022. So, yes, he is. He is a dirty boy. Yes, Munchkin. Yes, he is. We'll fly. I tell you what. And number 7, last but not least, wake up grateful each morning because every sunrise at this age is an earned privilege, not a promise. Isn't that the truth, right? Every morning when I get up, I just thank God that he woke me up, right? That at 70 years old, yes. So I'm going to show this real quick, and then we're going to do the spinny winnie wheel. I got to write all your names on. So this is my my spackle. I think this is my first spackle painting that I did. So you can tell me. I don't know if I showed this to you guys before. There we go. Let me see it. Kind of get an idea. It's pretty big. Is it blurry? I need to move it closer. I don't know why it's blurry. Let me see. But yeah, this is my spackle. Spackle painting. Can you guys see it? 2 writes green, 1 looks like a snake. There you go. That's how I test my, Scuba says, paint colors. Yeah, this is all spackle. Isn't that cool? I took my what do you call that thing? The spackle, my little spackle thing there, and yeah, and I just made different designs with it. So yeah, it's kind of cool, right? I think it looks like those micro, what do you call it in science? What do they call those things when you look in the microscope? What do they call them? Micro something, microism, germs, something like that. Yeah, when you look in the, through the microscope, whatever they call micro something or whatever. Herbivores, yes. So yeah, so this is an oldie but goodie that I did Pretty fun. Yeah, microorganisms. That's what these look like, right? That's what this looks like. So, pretty fun. So I had to share that with y'all. And let me, before I get started, I got to write on the spinny winnie wheel. Everybody that's watching or whatever. These are the newest socks. We're not giving away the Christmas socks till next month. I'm going to get more of them. But we have the new edition Skittle socks, and Mountain Dew. Got Mountain Dew socks too. I think those are the newest addition to. Yeah, we're gonna wait on these are the Christmas ones. I just got 2 sets, whatever. But we're gonna wait, and I'll get those out. We'll give those away next month for Christmas. And then I'll refresh you. We got Ego, right? Scuba says do the do. He likes the do. Okay. So then we have the Ego, right? And we all know that Shani got the Reese's Pieces one. I let autocorrect spell it for me. Okay. Cool sock. I know, huh? And we got Pez. Got Pez socks. Really cool colors. I mean, look at anybody that's watching. You have to be present to win. Okay. So you can't just jump on and. I know Greg Laney said he liked the Fender. He liked the Fender socks. These are kind of cool. And Munchkin said mine was specific microorganisms. Yes, that's what they look. That's what I think that my painting looks like. And and then we have the Airhead, another pair of Airhead socks. And you know that when I send the socks, I put Airhead candy inside the socks for y'all. So I do like the Fender, Greg Laney says. Yeah. And then, of course, we've got all kinds of whatchamacallits, koozies, right? That I'm giving, that I can still give away if you still want koozies. I got tons of them here, all pretty colors, because you guys really enjoyed your koozies. John Cowboy, I think he got the Cowboy got the space socks. Yes. And so we have the Airheads, and then we got Pringles. We got Pringle socks too. Those are kind of cool. And Robert is sending me, paraglidingtalk.com. He's sending me stickers. So next week I'll be giving away stickers, paraglidingtalk.com stickers next week. So I'm looking forward to, we could probably do that, right? Give away a sticker. And I still have Will Fly stickers, and I still have my Paramount stickers too, my Lindy's Treehouse stickers, and then Will Fly. So we got Will Fly stickers still. So I still have those. So yeah, so there you go. So let's get this party started, huh? And I'm going to start writing. You guys chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to get right on the board, my little spinny board, and see if you guys, somebody can win something tonight, right? All right. So give me a minute. You know the drill. Because Ryan and Leslie bought me my pretty spinning wheel. So bless their heart. We got Scooby's already on the board. So we got Scooby. We got Cowboy. Okay, you can see I'm writing everything down here. Let's see. We got Bill H. You must be present to win, right? Plainfield PPG. I hope you're still in the chat. Okay, so we'll go Plainfield. See, I'm writing everything down here. PPG. Then we have Walter. Okay, we got Walter. We're going to skip the dark one because I'm going to be able to read it. And we got Munchkin. Munchkin's right here. I'll put Munchkin. Munchkin. I'm just scribbling. Munchkin. And we got Will Fly. We got Will Fly on there. And I'm going to make sure that I got everybody, right? Got Will Fly. Let's see here. Yep. And we got Munchkin, Walter, Will Fly, Greg Laney, Plainfield, Bill H., Cowboy, and Scuba. So we got Scooby-Doo. We got Cowboy. We got Bill H. We got Plainfield PPG, Walter, Munchkin, right? And we got Will Fly, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let me see. Who am I missing? Greg Laney. All right, got to put Greg Laney on here. So you got to make sure I was counting. All right, let's put Greg Laney. All right, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I got everybody on the board. And I see I got Walter on the board. Okay, everybody. Somebody's going to win some socks, or they're going to win. They can have a koozie tonight, whichever you guys want, right? Whatever you decide. John Wayne got the astronaut socks. Yes, he got the astronaut socks. So, all right, everybody ready? Hope I can do this right. And you can all watch. I'll hold it like this. So spin it so y'all can see, right? All right, here we go. Hopefully I can do this right. Do it like this. Like that. Ready? Here we go. If I can do it. Did it go all the way around? I'm going to spin it again because the thing's right there. There's nothing there. I'm going to do it again. All right? Let's do it again. Okay. I want to spin it again. I know. Thank you, Scuba. That's why I wanted you to see I'm not cheating. All right. Scooby-Doo, you are the winner of The Price is Right. Scooby-Doo. Everybody see? Can you see? It was Scooby. It's you, Scooby-Doo. What do you want? What kind of socks do you want? Do you want a koozie? Congratulations, Scooby-Doo. How fun is that? So tell me what socks do you want? You want the Mountain Dew? Okay. All right. The Mountain Dew it is. I love giving stuff away. Congratulations. Scooby-Doo's the winner chicken dinner. He wins those Mountain Dew socks. Congratulations. Walter said it's rigged. Very cool. Congratulations. Very happy that you won that. See, I did it fair and square. Right? Yep. Okay, so we're going to wind it down. We are going to wind things down, yes. So I have to say thank you, chatters. I really appreciate everybody being here tonight. And I'm going to go through my chat again so everybody knows. So we had Scuba in the house. We had Cowboy John, Bill H., Plainfield PPG, Greg Laney, Will Fly, Walter, Sugar, and lovely Munchkin all stopped by the Treehouse tonight. They can pass for Grinch. Yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, I'm going to get some. I'm going to have to order some Grinch socks. Yes, I'm going to definitely do that. So I have to say, I'm going to say like Tuesday night, Sometimes when Shane's been working on his cargo trailer and he's just getting back from a cruise, but he has a show on Tuesday night called Tuesday Night Hangout, and that's Shaney will fly, Nick J at 8 p.m. and Scooby and Munchkin. They've been jumping on sometimes, checking out the show or whatever. So you gotta, yeah, it's fun. Tuesdays are fun. And Thursdays, of course, is Lindy's Treehouse, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find me right here. And we just talk. We have all kinds of cool conversations and everything. So, and then Friday is Scuba's Hangout, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with his lovely wife, which I love to say, Munchkin, the lovely Munchkin. And we always have a good time on his show, too. Scuba says, yeah, only 8 people on the raffle. And then we are the only ones with tickets for the blanket, for the tickets for the blanket. What blanket? So, okay. So let me read something real quick, and then I'm going to say goodnight. Okay. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who tuned in to Lindy's Treehouse live stream tonight. Your energy and comments made it so much fun. Shout out to my chatters who stop by each and every week. I couldn't do it without you. I love you bunches. I do. And stop by each and every Thursday and always bringing great conversations and laughter for sure. And I couldn't do it without you all. I love you bunches. So just remember this, okay? Sometimes it's important to work for that pot of gold, but other times it's essential to take off and to make sure that your most important decision in the day simply consists of choosing which color to slide down on the rainbow. So that's kind of cute, right? Live to the fullest and make each day count. Don't let the important things go unsaid. Have simple pleasures in the complex world. Be a joyous spirit and sensitive soul. I think I'm a joyous spirit and sensitive soul. I think that's me. Thank you for the hearts, Bill H. Take those long walks that would love to be taken. And I do. I love my walks. Explore those sunlit paths that would love to oblige. Make tomorrow happier by going there in ways that really matter. And don't ever forget that eventually dream chasers become dream catchers. I love that. Dream chasers become dream catchers. So sweet dreams, you all. Yes, you have a great rest of your evening. I'm going to clean up my mess here. Thank you so much. I had a blast tonight. I did. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will thank you, Plainfield PPG. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you. I do. I'm so glad that you're stopping by the Treehouse. We love to have you. So all my listeners, watchers, lurkers, I really appreciate all my subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you for my peeps that check out my show every week. And hit that like button, everybody. Don't forget, hit that like button. And hit the notification. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel. We really have a really good time on Thursdays. We just talk about life, right? We get together, check in with each other, all that stuff. So fun. But much love, much love, much love. And I'm going to shut it down because the guy downstairs is sleeping. Walter says, yes, darling, Linda, sun signer. Yes. I'm just, So anyway, I'm speechless for once. I just really appreciate every one of you. Big hearts. Just be kind, everybody, okay? Say your prayers. Everybody needs prayer, especially all the stuff going on in our world right now. Take care of each other. Take care of you, okay? That's what, that's what matters, right? Take care of you so that you can take care of other people. That's what I say. You take care of you so that you can, help other people too, just by your smile, whatever. I take my when I get on my shuttle bus, right? Every day, or not every day, not every day. When I get on my shuttle bus, sometimes there'll be a new bus driver, right? And so because sometimes it's their first day, or you don't know, right? New bus driver, the shuttle driver, whatever. And as soon as I get on the bus there, I'll just say, hey, are you the new kid on the block? And he'll, like today, the guy that was driving my shuttle bus, because I know everybody, been using my shuttle bus for years. And I got on I know, right, Walter, what's going on in the world? And anyway, I just said, hey, you're the new kid on the block? And he said, yeah. And I said, welcome, and I asked him his name or whatever. And we chatted and because I know he was kind of nervous, probably hadn't been driving that probably just started, driving the bus, who knows for how many weeks or whatever. So it's those little things, okay? Just those little things that maybe, I made his day, right? So maybe I made his day, because maybe some people get on that bus that are just like, they don't care and they don't say nothing, but I hope I made his day better. I hope I did. I got a couple laughs out of him and all that. And so that's what matters. If I can make somebody smile, make somebody laugh, my day was not wasted, right? No matter how, again, on Facebook, I'll put something on there. And then, like I said, if I can make somebody smile or laugh or just make their day better, then my day's better, right? So that's it. So I'm going to say goodnight. I love you all bunches, and I'll be back here next week, right? And we'll all see you tomorrow night on Hanging with Scuba and Munchkin tomorrow night on their show at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll find them on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to Scuba's channel too, okay, on YouTube. Yes, make sure that you get on there and do that. I support all my awesome peeps. I do, when they have their YouTubes and all that. I'm not in competition with anybody, and so I'm just saying, you guys are happy, I'm happy, and giving stuff away makes me happy and all that stuff. So anyway, nighty night, my peeps, sweet dreams, all that good stuff. Okay, be nice to each other. You never know who needs it, right? Right. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. I'll see y'all tomorrow night at Scuba's Hangout. Woo, 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 woo. See you later, Walter. Love you, sugar. Big kisses. Bye, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate y'all. God bless. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.